If you are a Boilermaker fan, you are going to love this segment as I am going to talk about Purdue's new additions to the Boilermakers basketball roster for the 2025 season. That's right, Matt Painter getting busy in the portal and internationally as well. I do have a concern though, so it won't be all a praise fest, but if you're someone who has been unsure about Purdue, you'll want to listen up as this roster is complete now, I do believe, and I'm going to tell you why it's one of the best in the country with one of the best coaches in the country as well. Purdue has made waves by securing two talented players, Liam Murphy, a transfer forward from North Florida, and Omar Mayer, one of those two, I apologize, an international prospect from Israel. These additions are poised to elevate an already stacked Purdue team, which is shaping to be one of the best in college basketball next year. Let's break down who these players are and what they're bringing to the table and who they fit or how they fit into the Boilermakers plans and system. We're also going to take a look at the overall roster, give a grade based on the strength and one noted concern. First up, let's talk about Liam Murphy, the grad student transfer who's likely the final piece to Purdue's 2025 roster puzzle. Murphy is 6'7", 215, 220-pound forward, depends on where you look, from Staten Island, New York, brings a wealth of experience and versatility to West Lafayette. His journey to Purdue has been interesting. He started his college career at Columbia, where he played 36 games over a couple of seasons, averaged 9.9 points per game. Unfortunately, an injury sidelined him for an entire season, but he bounced back strong. The past season, Murphy transferred to North Florida, where he primarily came off the bench, but still made a significant impact, averaging 13 points per game and shooting an impressive 42.3% from beyond the arc. He's a stretch forward who excels at floor spacing, a critical piece for this Purdue team, as Heidi and others weren't giving them that enough, at least on a consistent level last year. His ability to knock down threes at a high clip and consistently will open up for the rest of Purdue's offense, particularly Braden Smith in the pick and roll action. Right, that's what you love to see, right? Purdue fans, Braden Smith in the pick and roll action. Give me some more of it. He's not just a one-dimensional shooter, though. Liam Murphy brings energy and hustle, which could translate to solid defense and rebounding in the front court. At 6'7", he's got good size for a forward. His 215, 220-pound frame suggests he can hold his own against physical opponents as well. While he may not be the flashiest athlete, his basketball IQ and effort make him a reliable contributor. I love guys who have high basketball IQ. Matt Painter continues to find him. He continues to go after him, and it's a great play by Painter in my mind. Overall, he's just a model Painter player. He's going to bring depth and shooting to the front court for Purdue. The Boilermakers already have a loaded front court with All-American candidate Trey Coffin-Wren, who's a force inside, and centers either Oscar Clough or Daniel Jacobson. We'll see who provides size and rim protection. Murphy's abilities to stretch the floor as a forward complements the groups perfectly, as he will allow TKR to dominate the paint while Murphy pulls opposing bigs away from the basket with his shooting. That's a nightmare for these defenses. If you're a defense and you're going up against Purdue next year, it's a nightmare. Additionally, Murphy's experience as a grad transfer means he's mature and ready to contribute right away, likely in a key reserve role. He'll join a senior class that includes Trey Kaufman-Wren, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Oscar Clough. A group that I saw on threesgoldenblack.com is calling the best senior class in the country. Murphy's role will be to provide consistent scoring off the bench, stretch the defense, and bring that veteran presence to a team with a national championship aspiration. Now, let's go on over. Let's shift gears to Omar Mayer. I'm going to call him Mayer. I apologize if it's Meyer. one of those ones you just kind of forget to look up. I apologize. The 18-year-old Israeli guard who is generating a ton of buzz. Mayer is a 6'4", 215-pound point guard who's been turning heads on the international stage. He's coming to Purdue with freshman eligibility, meaning he'll have 4 years to develop. But don't let the age fool you. This kid is already battle tested. He's going to make an immediate impact on this Purdue team because he's already making an immediate impact overseas against much older competition. Mayer has been playing professionally with Maccabi Tel Aviv. I hope I pronounced that right. One of the top clubs in Europe, where he was one of the youngest players, or I believe he was the youngest player on the roster. He even logged a career-high 11 points and 3 assists against Bayern Munich in the EuroLeague, which is remarkable for his age. His recent performance at the Nike Hoop Summit in Portland further showcased his talent as he dished out 7 assists in just 19 minutes of play for the world team, despite their overtime loss to Team USA. Good job, Team USA. You got the win. And I know Purdue fans, you love to hear about those assists, right? You love to hear about it because you're going to need a new point guard next year. And he is a high level facilitator with a knack for running an offense. You're going to be calling him Braden Smith 2.0. While I don't necessarily like to do that to players, you guys are going to be doing it because you're just going to love the way this guy plays. Mayer thrives in ball screen situations, using his size and vision to create for teammates. At 6'4", he's got excellent size for a point guard, which allows him to see over defenses and finish through contact as well. His pull-up jumper is an absolute weapon, not just inside the arc, but outside the arc as well. And he's got legitimate three-point range, making him a dual threat as a scorer and a playmaker. Mayer's game is all about winning basketball. He's not chasing highlights. In fact, in an interview, I mentioned him earlier, goldenblack.com, he said, a lot of guys want to score the ball and make highlights. I want to run the team and make plays for my team. I'm just trying to play winning basketball. Music to Matt Painter's ears, right? That's the kind of stuff Matt Painter loves. That mentality is exactly what Matt Painter wants to hear. And it's easy to see why Matt Painter loves this kid so much. Mayer's international resume is impressive. At last summer's FIBA U18 European Championship, he averaged 18.3 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.1 assists per game, leading Israel to a fourth place finish and a spot in the FIBA U19 World Cup. He was also hearing from top-tier programs like Duke and Auburn, but Purdue's reputation in developing guards and Coach Matt Painter's track record sealed the deal in this situation. And how could you blame him, right? Go where Braden Smith is, best point guard in the nation. Go where he is. So this season, he'll likely play a supporting role in the backcourt, learning from All-American best point guard in the nation, Braden Smith, who's widely regarded as the best point guard, not just by me in college basketball, but by pretty much everybody, right? Listen to anybody if they don't. They probably don't know what they're talking about, but don't let the depth fool you. I was pounding the table at the end of the year for Braden to get some rest because he just looked worn down at the end of conference play and in the conference tournament. Mayer's going to be able to do that, and his size and versatility means he can also play alongside Smith as well. Long term, Mayer is seen as the next Braden Smith. By many of you, he will be. By me, he will be. He's going to be the next Braden Smith role. I don't think he's Braden Smith the player exactly, but he's going to play that role. Mayer's ability to facilitate, shoot, defend will make him a perfect fit for Painter's system, which values smart, unselfish play. His professional experience overseas means he's ready to compete from day one. So before we're done here, let's look at the Purdue roster really fast, kind of as a whole, maybe the starting lineup a little bit, with Murphy and Mayer joining Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, Trey Kaufman, Oscar Clough, and Daniel Jacobson. The Boilermakers are loaded. This team is coming off back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances and a national championship game 2 years ago. The core of that roster is back. Not Zach Edey from the championship game, but still, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, TKR, and these new additions are going to help as Purdue is expected to be a preseason favorite for the Big Ten and top 3 team nationally. The senior class alone, I mentioned them earlier, Smith, Lawyer, TKR, Clough, now Murphy, is a powerhouse of talent and experience. Add in Mayer's potential and the depth provided with players like Jacobson, and this roster is all as well constructed as one of the best in the country. If we're grading this roster, I'm just giving it a flat out A, no question. It's an A, no question. The Boilermakers have everything you want. Elite guard play with Smith, Lawyer, a dominant front court led by Trey Coffin, depth with Clough and Jacobson, and now Murphy, shooting and Mayer's playmaking. The balance of veterans, young talent is perfect. Coach Matt Painter's system maximizes their strengths. The only concern I have, and I did say I'd mention the concern, is if we're being picky here, is they don't have any elite athleticism. As noted, this roster might lack that one explosive, high-flying athlete who can take over a game with his sheer physicality, like what Michigan State had in Cohen Carr last year. Well, they'll have him again this year. That said, Purdue's system doesn't rely on raw athleticism. It's built on skill, execution, teamwork. If freshmen, including Mayer, can take a leap in their second year, or if the freshmen can take a leap in their second year, if Mayer can be the player that we're talking about him being, this team ceiling could be even higher. Liam Murphy, Omar Mayer are fantastic additions to an already elite Purdue roster. Murphy brings veteran savviness, floor spacing, depth to the front court, while Mayer offers playmaking, size, and long-term potential in the backcourt. Together, they make a team that's already a national contender even stronger. This is a roster built to compete for a championship. The Boilermaker fans have every reason to be excited in 2025, right? So let's hear it. Let's hear it, Boilermaker fans. Let's hear it, Purdue fans. Am I hyping you up too much? How would you grade this roster? Do you have any concerns that maybe I didn't mention? Let me hear it in the comments. And of course, the haters too. Let me hear it in the comments. Let me hear about why this team isn't going to win the championship. I'd love to know.